Breezy-Ann McClenahan.
And I'm Joe Zakowski.
And this is Cutting Edge News.
First on the agenda, we would like to welcome back all returning students.
And congratulations to all of our new students. Let's hand it over to Alec for some words of wisdom.
Hi, I'm Alec Adamson, and I am doing advice to freshmen. What's something you wish you'd done your first year at Edgecombe?
I wish that I joined a lot of clubs and that I just went out more.
If you were to do anything from your freshman year, what would it be?
Definitely not be in a relationship your freshman year. No matter how much you think you love them, I wouldn't do it. It's not worth it. That's my opinion.
Okay, the best advice to adjust to the dorms is try to keep yourself busy so you wouldn't be so homesick, because dorm life is just, I think it's boring. You have to get involved with activities, because if you have nothing to do, then you're just in the dorm and you'll just get yourself homesick. And my first year was pretty hard.
Okay, so I think some extra supplies that Edgecombe students should probably bring would be an extra towel, because that's surprisingly necessary for laundry day when all your stuff's in the washing machine and you need to take a shower right then. So extra towels are good.
When you first come to Edgecombe, it's kind of hard to cope with being away from your friends and family. But the longer you're here, I don't know, you make friends, and you make really good friends here, and you guys get so close that they do feel like your family, and it's you don't miss your family anymore.
Hi, I'm Alec, and this was advice to...
Wow, thanks Alec. That was some great advice. Take note, new students. I know when I was a freshman, leaving home and coming to Edgecombe was terrifying.
Well, you know, Joe, students all around the world leave not only their homes, but their countries to attend school for foreign exchange programs. We actually have 2 participating students with us today.
Let's take a look.
Where are you 2 from?
China.
Could you just tell me what your Chinese names are and what your English names are?
Yeah, I am Gao Yao Yue. This is my Chinese name. And my English name is Linda.
And hi, my Chinese name is Li Shuren, and my English name is Tina.
In Yunnan province.
Yeah.
Now I have a question. What do you have in these boxes right here?
Some chicken wings and dumplings.
So this is Chinese takeout food, and I guess we'll see how you guys think it compares to the traditional Chinese food that you get at home.
This is a dumpling. We usually eat the spicy food in China, but these things is all sweet and salt. And we usually eat the fried food here, so it's really different from China.
Alright, thank you very much.
Bye.
Let's switch gears and take a look at the music department.
So we're about to move the acoustic piano from the activity center to the upper campus to the music room, which is really exciting because we've been over a year without having the piano in the music room, so students just haven't been able to use it. And now we're going to have it and our synthesizer up there, so it's going to be a fun move.
That piano sure is a good place to call home.
You know, we have a lot of great teachers here at Mount Edgecombe, and they also advise some pretty fun extracurricular activities. Let's turn it over to Casey to take a closer look.
My name is Casey Phillips, and I will be interviewing DDF coach Mrs. Drake about the upcoming DDF season.
I'm here interviewing Mrs. Drake, coach of the DDF team. How do you feel about this DDF season?
Well, We had 33 people show up to our first practice last night. I have a small core of returning members who I'm really confident in. With that other 25 new members, we have some really promising people. I think we'll probably lose some of those 33, but I'm pretty excited about this season.
Are you prepared to coach this year?
Well, we have a couple of glitches in the coaching system. One is that our assistant coach for the last 2 years, Miss Janet, is gone. And so we're still trying to replace her. My attempts to get a good assistant coach have fallen through. I've got a couple good leads, but we need that assistant coach right away. Other than that, I'm ready and excited to go.
So, what do you do to prepare for DDF?
Well, one of the things that a coach does is really get things organized. I have to make sure that at this time of year I'm looking at all of my students, my team members' paperwork and making sure that they have all the right paperwork in so that they are able to travel. Another organizational thing I do is I make sure that students know the requirements and that they know that they have to be in good academic standing to be able to travel. One of the hard parts about DDF for a student that I really need to work on as a coach is helping kids find a monologue or a duet. So that's a big part of what I do also.
So, what does the team need to do to make it to state?
Well, we have 4 regional tournaments this year, and so for a student to qualify for state, that student has to go to finals in one piece at least twice.
How big is the team compared to last year?
Well, last year we started out the year with about 25 students, and that was really great. And it whittled down to about 15. We took 10 to state last year. And the other thing is that we have the first meet of the season this year is a home meet here at Mount Edgecombe High School. And I'm really excited about that.
Thank you for your time.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I'm in DDF, and it's super fun. The debate topics range from national to global issues. Recently, President Barack Obama came to Alaska to talk about one of those issues, climate change. Our own Haley Sherby is with him and has the story.
Hey, I'm Haley Sherby, and I'm here with Obama, and now let's take you to the story.
In almost 8 years in office, President Obama has come to Alaska to discuss climate change in the Arctic. His trip, spanning from Anchorage to Dillingham and many other communities around the state, lasted from August 31st to September 3rd and attracted attention around the state in both news and social media. On one hand, his trip allowed him to experience the beauty of the Arctic and interact with locals. However, it also held the more serious purpose of surveying the damage caused by climate change firsthand. Climate change is an important issue for the state. Melting sea ice, loss of permafrost, sea level rise, and coastal erosion are all issues that put vulnerable Alaskan communities at risk. Kivalina, a small village near the Chukchi Sea, is already in danger. The entire village is literally sinking, and the federal government has, so far, done little to offer relief and relocation funds. One of dozens of examples of climate change harming Alaskans, including MEHS students. Even outside of Alaska, climate change has resulted in extreme weather like Superstorm Hurricane Sandy and a severe drought in California.
Climate change is one of the biggest issues affecting Alaska in today's day and age. Over 100 villages are affected negatively by climate change. Many people in Alaska and animals are suffering from the negative impacts of climate change. It is our responsibility as Alaskans to step up and make a change.
On the other side of the climate change discussion lies Alaska's fragile economy. 90% of the state general fund comes from taxes on oil companies, and part of that 90% is the funding for Mount Edgecombe High School. Some Alaskans are concerned that the drive for clean energy will hurt the economy and result in huge budget deficits. Obama's visit spotlights the potentially fragile balance between protecting the climate and helping Alaska thrive. Though he was only in the state for a short time, the impacts of President Obama's visit will continue to affect MEHS and Alaska.
So, Mr. President, how was your trip to Alaska?
Cross-country season has been picking up speed. Let's see if we can catch up with them now. The first cross-country meet of the year was held on Saturday, August 29th at the favorite Sika racetrack, Totem Park. The teams warmed up, preparing their bodies for the loops they'd soon be running for the 5K. As always, our MEHS team was playing catch-up for the number of required practices needed in order to compete. The women's race started off the day, followed by the men's. And lastly was the open race, which was nearly all MEHS students.
Good job! Run hard! Have fun! Run hard! Let's go, Braves!
Our MEHS competitor for the women's race was Sydney Kimber.
My race is good. I got tired really fast, but I kept going hard.
Go Braves!
The four runners for the boys' race were Jimmy, Braden, Brandon, and Andrew.
Let's go! 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 Go!
The JDHS girls and Sika boys came in first place.
Next, our defending state champion Lady Braves volleyball team took to the court against our rivals, the Lady Wolves. Let's bump it over to Tiffany.
I'm Michael Mahoney. I'm a science teacher and head volleyball coach at Mount Edgecombe High School. Well, we have a number of goals this year. The first one is to play together as a team.
The Lady Braves graduated a lot of talent last year. They started the season with only a handful of returning varsity players.
Well, we want to have fun. Also, we play because we want to have a good time.
Here, the varsity players play queen of the court for fast gameplay and to work together as a team.
I am a high school teacher because I wanted to be a coach. Initially, I wanted to become an elementary school teacher because I really like working with little kids. But I also really liked coaching, and I knew that I would have to be a high school teacher.
That's all for this broadcast. I'm Grizianne McClenahan.
And I'm Joe Zakowski. And we'll see you next time
on The Cutting Edge.